So this weapon here is called a Patu. You can
Okay.
sort of see there's an edge on it.
Right.
And this one's made of wood, but they used to be made of stone as well.
Okay.
You can kind of see. Now it's really funny because when I took it to Japan, people go, "Oh, it's for the rice maker." But the idea is that you have this string, right? And when you use it, you can thrust with it, you can strike with it, you can use the butt, all those sorts of things. But it's very much a close weapon.
Right.
So a lot of times what would happen was that you'd be fighting in different environments. So let's say that you and I, we look down the beach because we're a coastal people predominantly. We're an inland people as well, but New Zealand is very small, and so you can see there's a lot of coastline. And so you say, "Hey, look, Tuari, there's people we don't know turning up in our bay." So the fight might be up to your hips in water.
Right.
So what would happen is that you'd choose a short weapon because you didn't want to be swinging something long, like with iku, sunokake,
Right,
the whole
right.
flicking the sand thing.
Right.
That's a technique used for some of our longer weapons, although we
Right.
don't call it sunokake. But the idea that you'd use the weapon for the terrain. So if you had room, you'd use some of the longer weapons, very similar to, iku. I mean, we were also a Stone Age people, so we didn't have metal. So all our weapons are wood, bone, or stone.
Okay.
And we did use, obviously we use obsidian and things like that. But
Okay.
as an example, Sensei, so I might be using this, but I'm also grabbing, seizing, or locking with the other hand, and then I'm wearing what's called an arai. An arai is kind of like armor, but it's not fashioned from wood. It's fashioned from a certain type of plant, which is very kind of hardy.
So it's like a gauntlet you're wearing on the arm. Okay.
So what would happen is I'd wear the gauntlet, but here in the elbow joint, I'd had an obsidian hook.
Okay.
So when I would come in and I come across the throat, or I come through like this, the throat, then I catch them on the way through with that secondary weapon. So the idea was always to, if you couldn't outright take the opponent out, you would disable them, so the person coming behind you could finish the job.
Okay.
And oftentimes you fought in twos.